Aquaba, welcome back to my channel. My name is AC Kokui, and this is What's the Wahala AC, where we discuss all the celebrity and entertainment wahala from the month. There's been so much wahala going on this month, so let's just head into it, okay? It is time for our big three.
Cause we the big three, don't need a big speech. We made the biggest impact, check the spreadsheet.
Starting off our big three, we have Chris Brown. I know it is a recent story, but it is some tea. So Chris Brown just had his 34th birthday on May 5th, and he got to celebrate it in Vegas. Usher threw him a birthday party and invited all these celebrities to come and have this huge roller skating party for Chris Brown. From the videos and pictures, it seemed like they were having a good time. But apparently, allegedly, there was a dispute that happened between Usher and Chris Brown. They're saying that Chris Brown's people may have jumped Usher, that Chris Brown may have punched Usher in the face. They allegedly also said that his nose was broken and he had a couple bruises, all of these things, right? But then the next day, they were all in Vegas for the Lovers and Friends festival that was happening. And Usher took a video of his face, and there was not, it didn't look like his nose was broken. It didn't look like he had bruises. There was like a certain brown mark or black mark there, but it could have just been the lighting. So I don't know. And also allegedly, the argument allegedly started because of Teyana Taylor, that Chris Brown wasn't happy she was there, and it started the whole argument, right? But then the next day at Lovers and Friends Fest, Teyana Taylor was like dancing to Chris Brown's song. I mean, she could have just been dancing to any song, but it was specifically a Chris Brown song. So, I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know what is right. They're obviously not going to talk about it and leave it to where it is. But it's not a good look. It's not a good rumor for Chris Brown, who has a violent past. And a lot of people that have been for Chris Brown have just said that he needs forgiveness. I have also said that, you know, you have to give him grace. I will admit that. So I'm not sure, you know, what actually happened, if there was an argument that turned physical, because everybody can argue. I think we get into now, because Chris Brown's been violent anymore, like, we can't see him mad or anything like that. People can argue, people can get into it, you know, you get into it with your friends as well, but it's just about how you deal and handle things. And so I hope that it didn't get physical. I hope everybody is all right mentally, emotionally, physically. But it looks like they still enjoyed themselves at the Lovers and Friends Fest. Moving on to our next story, the Met Gala happened. You know, it always happens like that first Monday in May. And the theme was Karl Lagerfeld, the designer, kind of just like his whole vibe, his looks, things like that. And the stars showed out. I am so happy. I talked about all of this in a recent video that I posted. Actually, was it last week? Yeah, I posted the video last week. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch that to see how I felt about the looks that came on the red carpet. But I'll give you a little sneak peek right now. So I enjoyed a lot of the looks that came last year. They weren't hitting. A lot of people missed the mark. But this year they did a lot better. I think it was an easier theme to follow. So, you know, they needed a little bit of easy. But some of the top looks were Rihanna. She looked amazing. She came out like when the red carpet apparently had closed, like it had just closed, but she still came out, and you know, people were still there waiting for her because she is the show. Yes, her look was beautiful. She looked beautiful. Her and A$AP Rocky walked the red carpet together. And then another look that was a fan favorite was Cardi B's outfit. She actually had like 3 outfit changes. The first look was one of my favorites. I think the flowers on the skirt of the dress was amazing. And another favorite was Yara Shahidi. She looked amazing as well. Oh, it was just a dream to look at her. I loved her whole look and vibe. A star that wasn't invited, that became a star that night, was a cockroach that ended up making its way onto the red carpet. A lot of people started being obsessed with, oh my gosh, there was a cockroach, so they started taking pictures and videos of it. But apparently the cockroach died that same night. It was stepped on. You know, it is New York, so what can we expect? And also, Diddy and Young Miami showed up together. They were matching. They looked good. They apparently were having a date night at the Met Gala. That's a great place to have a date night. And it was just a little confusing to fans because Young Miami just had an interview the other week, and she said that her and Diddy were donezo. You know, they're still good friends, but that's not someone that she's seeing anymore. So people were a little confused, but they still look good together, and I'm here for whatever Young Miami wants, whatever Diddy wants. If they're having a good time together, then it is what it is. But overall, I would say a majority of people did really well at this Met Gala, with their looks at least. And moving on to our last story. Ghanaian rapper Obrafour is suing Drake. So he is suing Drake for $10 million, okay? That is a lot. For sampling his song Oye Ohene remix on Drake's song Calling Me My Name. So he is not playing. He wants his money. He wants his coins. And Drake apparently sampled this song without his permission. So that is why he feels like he is owed this money. And Drake obviously made a lot of money from this album or from the song, but the album in total, honestly, Nevermind is the album that this song is on. So he is expecting his money. And, you know, 10 million is a lot to ask for, but I'm not mad at it. Like, you know, you gotta give people props, but it's also not just on Drake. It's the producers that, like, he sometimes doesn't know. Sometimes artists do bring samples and they're like, I want to use this sample, but a lot of the times it's the producers, the people in the room that bring these samples, and they have to do the right thing to make sure that the right people are getting the credit for it, or then you'll have to pay money. And so yeah, let's see how this plays out. All right, you guys, that was our big three. Let's head to our monthly wrap up. Shaquille O'Neal, 50 Cent, and Kenya Barris team up to buy. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Zim Zolciak has filed for divorce from Kroy Biermann after 11 years of marriage. Missy Elliott and Chaka Khan are among the 2023 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. Congratulations to them. Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime performance becomes the most watched in Super Bowl history. Kevin Durant becomes the third player to have a lifetime deal with Nike. Angel Reese is the highest projected earner in women's college basketball. Queen Latifah makes history as the first female rapper added to the National Recording Registry. Nicki Minaj is set to star and executive produce a new animated series called Lady Danger, which is based on the comics. Tiwa Savage performed at King Charles III's coronation, and she performed the song Keys to the Kingdom. A lot of people weren't feeling that though. That was our monthly wrap up. Let's head to our Black events. Here are our Black events, things that are happening all over the U.S. Our first one is the Invest Festival that is hosted by Steve Harvey. This will take place in Atlanta from August 25th to August 27th. If you are looking to improve your investing education, you want to learn more, there is going to be a festival in Atlanta, so make sure to register today. SZA announced a 32-city tour. So if you missed SZA the first time, her first leg of the tour, she is back for a second leg, and she is coming to a city near you. So please, I will be there at that San Francisco tour. I'm not sure about you, but I'll be there. And AfroCon, this is an Afro diaspora festival that is happening in LA on May 25th to May 28th. There's going to be a lot of performers, a lot of workshops, a lot of networking. So if you are looking to go, tickets are still available. Asake was just announced as one of the performers. That was Black Events. Let's head into what's on my playlist. What's on my playlist? What am I listening to? What am I watching? So last time I told you that I was gonna listen to Chloe Bailey's album, and I did. And I actually really like it a lot. So I know a lot of people were saying it's a different vibe from what she kind of gives off. You know, she gives the pop and the sexual pop music, and it was very R&B singing soulful songs. And yes, I agree, it wasn't the same vibe that I was expecting from the album, but regardless of that, it's a good album. Like, the songs, the writing on it, the melodies, all of it, it was actually a good album. My favorite song on it is I Don't Mind. So I don't know, maybe people need to give it a second listen and not put their expectations on it, because overall it is a good album. I don't think it's a first album type, it's not giving first album, but it's definitely a good album. So I would give it a second look, a second listen, and add it back onto your playlist. And Queen Charlotte, the prequel to Bridgerton, is out today. If you have not watched it yet, I know a lot of people have binged it in one day, but if you have not watched it yet, add it to your playlist as well. As you guys know, I love to end my show with some positivity and some great vibes. Today's quote and message: love someone in their love language, not yours. And why I say that is because I think a lot of times we feel like we're giving the best love to people. We're doing all that we can because we are showing them. We show people the same type of love we like to receive back. And sometimes that's not exactly the way that people receive it, or they like to receive it. We gotta have a balance. Do the things that you would like to do, but then really cater and do the things that people love. They love to see, that makes them happy, you know, because then it's like you're actually listening to the things that they want. So just something to take with you. All right, Medasipan, thank you so much for watching What's the Wahala AC. We will be back next month for a new episode. If you have any comments below on any of the things, definitely comment down below. Like this video, share this video. I will see you guys next month. Bye. I'm so cozy.